Hi, everybody. My name is Mish. I'm an intuitive tarot reader out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And thank you so much for finding my channel, The Signs of Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I'm so happy you found us. If you get a chance, go down to the comment section. Let me know what city or state or continent you're watching this from. I always get a kick out of seeing where everybody is seeing these amazing messages. If you are an existing subscriber, welcome back. I'm sorry I've disappeared for a couple of months. The real world just took me over and I had to address a couple of my other businesses, but I am back in full force. In fact, the energy this month between the 1010 portal and all of the planets in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde and where the moon is setting has been so intense. I don't know if you felt what I felt. It is October 11th and I've had such extreme highs and such extreme lows today. But it's late at night in Vegas, and if you hear the craziness, we have like 60-mile-an-hour winds going on right now. It's a little bit nuts. So anyway, I'm going to dive right into your reading. This is for the month of October for you, Capricorn. Don't ask me why I'm starting with you, but I was told that I needed to start with a reading with Capricorn, so I'm going for it. But really, whenever you see these messages, that's when they're drawn and meant for you to see. Not all these messages are going to resonate with everybody. You know the drill. Take what belongs to you, leave the rest behind. I'm getting back on track and doing weekly zodiac tarot scopes. I'm doing twin flame readings. I'm doing intimacy readings, and I'm starting a tarot tutorial as well. So do me a favor and jump back on the channel whenever you can and hit that subscribe button. All right, Capricorn, without further ado, I'm going to start off the reading with a Wisdom of the Tree Oracle. It's really the only oracle deck I use. You know, in the world of tarot, I have a love-hate with the world of oracle. Sometimes they give too many messages, and tarot readers build their tarot reading based upon that message. This particular deck, the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle, doesn't give you any messages. It's left up for your own clairvoyant interpretation. All right, I'm going to chop it 3 times. Take the bottom of the deck for you. Okay, Capricorn, let me get this in focus. Silver birch. What's very special about this energy to start off your reading is the silver birch is a beautiful tree that actually twinkles. Some of the leaves hit the sun and actually twinkle. And it gives you a warm, happy feeling inside when you see it. But what's amazing about this particular tree is that it is closer than you think. You are standing in a tunnel and you're seeing this tree out the outside of a tunnel. So whenever I get this card for energy reads, Capricorn, it talks about your fear that you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, that you don't feel the amount of time and effort you're putting into something will come into fruition, or you won't see a finish line, or you won't see a well-deserved finish of something that you've started. In the world of love, sometimes this card means that the person that you admire, the person that you want to be in a relationship with, the person that you feel connected to is farther away from you than it truly is. But the truth of the matter is, there's an illusion with this particular card. It reminds me of those silly mirror stickers on your side mirrors that say object appears closer or object appears farther away. Truth of the matter is, if you take a leap of faith and walk right out of this tunnel, that silver birch is closer than you can imagine. The person you love is right in front of you. They're not farther away than you think. The finish line of something you want to accomplish is not farther away than you think. It's much closer. So don't let the illusion of the tunnel freak you out. What you want is minutes, steps away. Okay, let's dive into your reading now. I have shuffled this deck. I use a double decker of the Rider-Waite. 2 separate sets because the spirit wants to come through with a message. Usually it comes up with the same card more than once. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what we got for you. I'm going to cut and chop the deck 3 times. Bottom of the deck will be your overall read, and I'm going to pick 3 more cards. Empress in reverse. The World. The Hangman. Unfucking believable. 4 major arcanas in a row. And for your 5th card, okay, let me just take a second here. All right, Capricorn, we start off your reading with the overall Empress in reverse. If any of you recently lost a child, or if any of you recently had a miscarriage, we all know, if you study tarot at all, the Empress means pregnancy on one level. And in the reverse talks about the loss of a child, the loss of a miscarriage. And if that's happened to you, I'm very, very sorry. I mean, deeply sorry. And I just want you to take a deep breath. What this also means is that you are not standing in your authentic truth. And seeing the rest of these cards, I feel like this is highly, highly relationship driven. When I see this card in reverse next to the World, meaning an ending of a cycle, what it's telling you is the person that you're with right now is not the person you need to be with. So maybe you've stopped by my channel just for reconfirmation. If you're ready to break up, step away, step out of a relationship, an ending of something that is not fulfilling. The Empress in reverse. Somebody is not bringing out the best in you. You're not bringing out the best in them. The best of this relationship is not being brought out. This also tells me with the World card that maybe this is a long distance relationship that's taken its course, that not seeing each other and not living a day-to-day experience with each other has taken away the majestic parts of your relationship, that you guys are reduced down to a phone conversation, FaceTime, Zoom, and it's really taken away the physicality and the emotional connection of this relationship. But let's go deep into this in the reverse, because this is one of my most unfavorite cards when we get it in the reverse. If you're female, divine feminine, the masculine or the masculine female that's in your life, doesn't matter if it's same-sex relationships, nothing matters here in tarot, does not bring out the best in you. In fact, they put you down. And I have a feeling with the World card next to it, you have shown a lot of your vulnerability through this relationship. You've done your best to make it work. You've actually changed who you were to make this work. And that, my dear Capricorn, was your biggest fucking mistake. Changing yourself to adhere to somebody else's values and needs will always leave you in the reverse. You must stand in your authentic truth in all relationships. Speak your mind without fear that what you say is going to fall flat or hurt somebody. You need to be able to express yourself with communication. The World is an ending, that you showed your vulnerable side. I have a feeling this is a long-term relationship that you made work. Okay, but when I get these two cards together, this card reeks of codependency. Now I'm going into my male, divine masculine viewers. Something happened with your divine feminine growing up that she needed to take the control away from men in her life. That typically happens when you're sexually abused. That typically happens when you're emotionally abused. That typically happens in a family where a daughter feels abandoned by a male parent or picked on by an older male sibling. Sorry to go really deep, but these cards are deep. Your significant other felt the need in her adult life to demasculate you. Is this the woman that puts you down in front of your friends? Is this the woman that makes you feel that not one thing you can do is right, even if you're doing your best, even if it is right? Is this the woman that talks about putting you down even when you are right? Only you can figure out where you belong within this particular relationship. But it tells me that you're reaching the end of your rope, and that you're realizing your worth and your value mean more than what you're getting in your relationship today. So I really need you to think about that. We head into Pisces and Virgo, the Hangman. Best place for you to be, Capricorn. It's time for you to take a step back and evaluate who you are, what you want, and where you're going. This is the card of taking a pause. This is the card of reevaluation. This is the card of hanging yourself upside down so you can see things from the true perspective. When you hang yourself upside down, meaning when you start seeing things from other people's perspectives, your perspectives, from different points of view and different vantages, you typically get a clear sense of value of what's going on. For any of you who have lived in this particular space for a long period of time, I'm sorry. Now I'm getting on my soapbox. Life is too short to be in a relationship that doesn't bring out the best in you, that doesn't make you feel valued, that doesn't make you feel worthy, that doesn't make you feel excited to wake up and be with that person. This is the best place you can be. Now let's talk about the hangman again. Hanging from one foot, balancing. If you can see it, it's the number 4 in reverse. 4 is about stability. You're purposely showing that you can hang upside down by one leg and be stable. It's your first chance to break free from complete codependency of this relationship and staying in a relationship that you know is wrong. Everybody knows this relationship is wrong. This person stripped you down to your vulnerability and then punished you for it. Time to get out. Got to keep it real. This is no puffery tarot. You can do this on your own. If you take a moment and pause, reestablish your sense of self, and rebuild your value from the inside out. Doesn't get better than that. You have all the tools of rebuilding your whole new life. Wands for passion, sexual energy. I would bet to say, you guys haven't had great sex in years. I would have to say that. Big cup of love waiting for you. Pentacles, stability and money to move forward. Swords for communication and intellect. You could walk into your forever. See all the blooms around the magician? The magician is the master manifester. Only happens after you take a pause, recognize your value, recognize your self-worth, and get out. You're fearing that this is going to cause a tremendous conflict in your life. You're fearing that you're having a mind versus heart versus soul battle. This is my card for internal civil war. Yeah, getting out of a long-term relationship sucks. Leaving a long-term, what you know, there comes a time that what you know is so wrong that it becomes ingrained to your everyday life, and it fucks with your head to make you think that this is all you're worth. This is confusion, chaos. Nobody knows who's fighting. You don't know whose team you're on. This is your mind and your heart battling each other. Normally, this quadruple Pisces says follow your heart. Not in this case. I want you to follow your head. You're smart enough to know there's something better and more healthy for you. And once you get into that, you're going to be like, how did I stay in that relationship so long? Page of Pentacles. New opportunities, new messages, new love. It's one of the only cards in the Crystal Visions deck that has an instrument. If music is what soothes your soul, if you play an instrument, maybe you need to take up playing an instrument. Maybe that's what you need to start rebuilding your self-esteem. Maybe you need to listen to the songs from your childhood that really connected with you. Queen of Cups. In my world, there's no more person out there to love you than the Queen of Cups, potentially Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is more love than you can ever handle, waiting for you when you stop battling your mind versus your heart and get out of this horrific, nasty, unfulfilling situation. Take a pause, Capricorn. You deserve to take some time for yourself. Nobody needs anybody to live or survive. Not financially, not mentally, not emotionally. You need to rebuild yourself so you can live in your foundation. What it's going to bring is a whole new start for you with the most love that you've ever had in your life. So have faith that stepping out of this terrible situation is what you need to do. Okay, throw some comments down there, Capricorn. I wish you the best of luck. Namaste and God bless.